Most of us who are in the know when it comes to Sanrio are very familiar with Dear Daniel. He's been around for ages and has seemingly existed just to be Kitty's love interest. But there's a lot more to this hunk than you might think. Daniel kinda has one of the saddest existences of any Sanrio character. Every time he is put out in the spotlight to be with his dear Kitty, he seems to only be beaten over the head by fans as if he's not welcome. Let's look at poor handsome Daniel's creation and life within the Sanrio lore. Dear Daniel officially became a Sanrio character in 1999, but it was 1993 that saw his first appearance. He starred in what I assume was some sort of merchandising campaign that focused on a baby version of Hello Kitty. There isn't much online about Hello Kitty babies, but from what I could find, Kitty and Daniel are the two main stars of the promotion, with both being shown in baby form on the key art. Though I don't believe Daniel was actually referred to as Daniel at this point. Don't quote me on that though. This felt like Sanrio's way of testing the waters with a new character, rather than immediately throwing him into the mix. 1999 saw the official release of Dear Daniel, and it immediately sparked controversy. You'd think fans would be happy to see Hello Kitty with a boyfriend, but that was very much not the case. Some fans believe that Kitty should not be seen with any sense of romance whatsoever, as she is a character for kids. This being much more of a point in the US rather than Japan, as Japan tends not to be nearly as censored with their kids content. Though the main reason for people not liking Daniel is kinda hard to explain. Kitty is one of those characters that purposefully doesn't have a ton of lore to remain as inoffensive and merchandisable as possible. When you tie a character down in some way, like having a boyfriend, people tend to disagree with that choice because you're permanently changing an aspect of them. Like, imagine if Krypton announced that Miku had a boyfriend. People would be losing their minds. So this is the same sort of outrage, just to a lesser degree. Even though Daniel saw disapproval immediately at his inception, the silent majority made it known that they actually liked Daniel, and he ranked 5th place in the 1999 Sanrio character rankings. This was no fluke either. Daniel placed top 5 for 4 years straight, even getting a top 3 placement in 2002. Daniel was no joke, even if people disliked his origins and reason for creation. He appeared not only in Sanrio merchandise, but also in animation. Daniel frequently popped up in Hello Kitty's animation theater, regularly being used as the love interest to Kitty in retellings of classic fairy tales, like Cinderella, Snow White, Hansel and Gretel, and Thumbelina, to name a few. He also played a main role in the adventures of Hello Kitty and Friends, and even eventually appeared in the recent Hello Kitty and Friends Super Cute Adventures show. Daniel was undoubtedly a big hit, even if controversy may have made him seem otherwise. His popularity was extremely strong leading up until about 2010. 2010 saw Daniel's ranking placements abruptly decline. He went all the way from a 9th place in 2009 to being under the top 20 in 2010. Poor Daniel didn't even participate in 2011, and then he placed 20th in 2012. 2013 though? Oh boy, this was the big one. Sanrio announced that if Daniel could hit the top 10 at the end of the rankings, he would propose to Kitty. That is insane, right? The fans have the option to make Daniel and Kitty be on their way to marriage. Obviously, everyone voted their hearts out for the cutest kitty couple ever and made it a reality. Oh, wait a minute, they didn't? Oh, my bad guys. No, turns out in fact no one even seemingly cared, and Daniel stayed in the exact same placement as the year prior. This one actually blows my mind. Fans were given the fate of Kitty and Daniel's marriage and fumbled the ball big time. I would be exclusively voting Daniel every day if that were a current scenario. Sadly, this was the ultimate death for all of Daniel's momentum. Sanrio saw how less and less people decided to root for Daniel, and he's been slowly and quietly falling towards the back of the pack ever since. You can of course still buy Daniel themed merchandise, or see him out and about at attractions like Piroland, but he's not at megastar levels like he was for the first 10 years of his existence. These days, his placements reach around the 25th to 30th positions of the rankings, which are definitely still respectable placements, especially with the titans of Sanrio around today. It makes you wonder, if everyone rallied and voted for Dear Daniel in that 2013 ranking, where would he be today? Would he have still quickly fell off, or would it have skyrocketed his momentum? We can only speculate, but judging by how significant a proposal would have been for both characters, I think Daniel would be implemented much more by Sanrio if that were the case. That ties it all up. Daniel started off with huge momentum, even though there was a controversy around his creation, and then during his popularity decline, was left in the dirt by fans during the 2013 rankings. It's really sad to see. I think Dear Daniel and Hello Kitty are adorable as a couple, and I find nothing wrong with their romance. Getting Daniel into the top 10 would have been an amazing feat by fans and a fantastic advancement of the cute companionship. What do you gals and guys think? Are any of you adamant Dear Daniel haters, or do you love the wholesome spiky-haired guy too? Let me know in the comments below. I read them all and respond to most. Thank you so much for watching the video, and hey, if you enjoyed it, a like and subscription help out a ton. Plus, they're free. So long.